And then we got a couple local shows back up home on the Iowa border. We want to go down and support, Jacob Prusman down there. He's got a couple nice shows down there. So we want to go down there and kind of help support that. And he does a hell of a good job, on these small county fair shows, and that he's got a great group of guys that help out and work with them and keep a good, clean, honest show. 448 Design and Promotions. So we're gonna hit those and see kind of what else happens. We got some old junk laying around that probably use up and go have fun, but. We're focusing on some different things. We'll be out in Vegas, obviously, out there doing the stuff, and following a couple other shows and assisting and helping. And so it's kind of fly by the seat of the britches. But Bakken's the main one for now.
A lot of conversation about that one.
There's last year, they kind of proved a point out there. They loaded some cars and they kept a pretty clean, honest, fair show. And the promoter out there, he's doing a real good thing. It's bringing a show of that magnitude and that that platform is just huge. So, and the drivers list is amazing. Right. Good set of rules. They spent some detailed time on the rules, and they got I truly think they got the right people in there to make it happen. So we're really looking forward to it. It's going to be fun.
I've got this track just about rounded into form here. A couple more passes by the roller, just to make sure everything's tightened up in the center of the track as well. It's looking pretty good. Guess who's back? Back again.
Decker.
Get everything fixed, bud.
Decker. Well, just so you know, we had a drop real quick here. We did lose YouTube for about 30 seconds. It's back up. I had a couple people hit me up, but we don't even know why. It was weird. We just had a quick drop, and we're back. But if it happens to you, just wait 5 seconds because Bill's the man. He'll refresh it. It'll come right back up. But I don't know why it dropped. It's back. You didn't miss anything? If it did drop, trust me, you didn't miss anything but a bunch of tractors going around in a circle. And Brian talking,
I was talking a little.
Yep.
You know what? Have we given Bill any props yet? I mean, Bill,
I know.
Nobody sees Bill. Bill's behind the scenes. He is the one that busts his tail, makes all this happen amazingly. And the guy is just a genius at what he does. We are so fortunate to have Bill on our side to bring this to you.
Yeah, I enjoy the hell working out with Bill. He's just the man,
What is his YouTube page for all of his documentary stuff?
Well, Utah 17. If you want to look up stuff on Utah 17, yeah, Bill, your if people want to look up all your documentary stuff, what's your YouTube page? Is that on a YouTube page?
UtahVOD.com.
Listen to this guy because he does so much stuff. It is crazy, and he's out from the Utah area, but he got to do these really cool documentaries where he went into the jungles and looked at this plane that got shot down from Japan on this one Japanese guy, and they found it, and they had to hike for a week to get to it and do a documentary. I like listening to those stories. It's cool
that's amazing.
Yeah, he's got really cool stories of documentaries cool. He gets to do.
And he's such a down-to-earth guy.
Yep.
Bill, you'll sit down and you'll have a conversation with Bill. I had the privilege last night sitting at the bar. Him and I spoke for probably a good hour, and he's showing me all these different things that he can do and how to put a better production together, and it's just amazing. And then showing some of the photos and some of the still shot stuff that he's gotten from these different excursions or whatever. It's so cool.
Well, it's funny when Bill and I started doing stuff together and talking, he can do everything. So I had to say no, sir, I'm thinking way scaled back. He started giving me all his ideas, and I'm like, no, you're way too ahead of me. This is just going to be a bunch of guys at a table. Just get us that, But he's been awesome. He's been fun to work with and stuff, and we've put him through some tough spots. As Chris knows, every place you go, you're going to fight with internet issues. We have never gone. Even the monsters, even ones we've been to 7 years straight, you still have internet issues when you get there.
I am Nebraska, king of the ring. Bill is pulling his hair out.
Yeah, I remember that.
Phone calls going on.
Yep.
It's what do we got to do? Let's go get tin foil. Let's get a baby, throw it in the air, whatever we got to do, And it's it was crazy.
Throw it in the air.
That exciting. That escalated quickly.
No, that sticks.
Never tried that one before, huh?
Nope,
Chris?
never did.
Well, you got to try
If
everything.
it works, I suppose. I mean,
See?
Trying everything. That's funny. That's funny. Yeah, because, well, I don't know why. It just seems like that's a issue with this product, so to speak, is like it's never 100% bulletproof. I don't know. We just could never make it bulletproof. And that's always been my reason for doing it free. And I get a lot of people that hassle us about that. You know, I know a lot of people love it and some people hassle us. It's just because it's not perfect. And it's tough to charge for something that's not perfect. I guess I feel that way. That's my feeling.
I got a lot of races lined up this year that we're going to be doing and working on some of the stuff with MAV TV and stuff this summer. I drove all the way to Delaware, and there was internet problems on the production that we were doing for MAV TV.
Oh, really? You know what? You and I haven't talked about that much. Yeah, MAV TV.
No, because every time I start talking about it, you're like, hang on 1 second, we'll come back to that. And then you talk
Oh, Sean. You SOB.
I thought it was
You SOB.
You told me you said, Chris, I don't care. And on the next
I never
subject.
said that.
Oh,
I never
This
said that. I never said that.
This guy. Oh, my God. No, but that's kind of interesting to hear because that's a production group that's been doing for a long time a lot. They do tons. How many streams do they do?
Well, what it is it's the production is made for MAV TV. They're contracted. The production company comes out and they're contracted to produce the show for MAV. One of the shows that we worked on, and it's at Fonda. You know Fonda.
Oh, yeah.
The guy that runs the Boston Gardens, well, I don't know what it's called now. I think they call it. Is it still the Boston Garden?
No.
I don't know that.
It's
Hasn't
where
been
the
up
Bruins
30
play,
years.
where the Celtics play.
Yeah.
This dude is in charge of AV for television and the ribbon lights and the center scoreboards and stuff. So when NBC comes in to do a Bruins game, this is the guy they talk to. And he took all of his spare parts and all of his spare whatevers, and he built a trailer. And they brought this trailer from Boston out to Fonda to do this race. It was a headache to no end.
I thought you were going to go the other way. Headache to no end. That's funny.
You know, nothing, and it's not his fault.
No.
There was troubles with the internet, and there was
Sure.
you know, it's just like you can. It is exceptionally hard without satellite trucks and things like that
Yeah,
to say that it's bulletproof.
I was going to say, how do you make it bulletproof? What is the next
well,
level?
you just
satellite
throw
trucks?
money at it.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
Oh well,
I
then,
don't have that.
Then you're still going to be vulnerable.
You've been to my house.
We've been places,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
man, we went to Virginia one time to do a show, and everything was looking really good. Then the fans showed up, and everybody was using the same tower, and we were done. There was nothing that we could do. There was literally nothing that we could do. We tried all the different Band-Aids, and if we had an aggregator, we probably would have been a little bit further ahead, but I don't know if there was enough there to pick up from the different places anyway. And I don't know about you, but I would prefer not to have a T-Mobile, AT&T, and Verizon account, you know?
No, and that's, we've played with that too. Do we go get all these hot spots, try to run all the hot spots at one time, all different, and then have 3 different streams, one Verizon, one AT&T? That's crazy talk, right?
Well, no, that's not what you would do anyway. You're partway there, but I know what you're saying, and you can do it.
Last year down here, the original show, we started it with a Verizon, and it started not working, and then Steve went and grabbed an AT&T one, and it was like, geez, are we going to have to have every carrier hotspot in case for every place you go? Some places AT&T works, some places, and
so that you can. There's
Band-Aiders.
There's a technology that you can take the 2 bars that you get from T-Mobile and the 1 bar you get from AT&T and the 3 bars that you get from Verizon and plug it through one thing, so your interconnection will have all 5 bars, and it aggregates everything.
See, that's why we got you.
See,
That's you brought me all the way down to Florida to ask me a question you could have talked to me on the phone about.
Yes.
you're fired. Go home.
Fantastic. All right. Am I good?
Yes, that's where I'm at. Okay, now again, imps are coming. Or this is M class.
Superstocks.
The first car out's a Tornado, 82 Tornado, true super stock.
Oh my.
And this guy's not scared.
Yeah. Oh.
No, he's not.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one thing I remember from the TV days of racing is the work they had to do in the trucks. It was crazy.
Okay, so again, real quick, if you're watching at home, look at the back body lines on this 67, 68 Imperial. Super hard to that back bumper, right? Everything tucked in tight, nice leaf springs. Then they got a super, super nasty gas tank protector in there with that rear window bar. I'm telling you, you can run this girl backwards. Now he's doing right.
That's
doing right.
That's the bird, baby.
Woo, I like it already. I'm excited about this.
This is the 909.
Tornado, front wheel drive.
That's the Nicely car, 909, Danny Nicely. That's Ron McClung in the 454.
Today, Ron McClung, that car was running perfect. He picked the hood up, all the water went over to the dash, shorted out a bunch of stuff. He had to put 4 hours in it to get it running again today.
This is T55, Travis Raver from Bradenton, Florida, coming out next. You recognize that paint scheme? That looks an awful lot like a Team America car, doesn't it?
That's true.
52X. This might be Chris Roten from West Jefferson, NC.
Box car. This is a box car, so we say.
067.
How many Imperials have you wrecked, Josh?
Probably about 20. Nowhere near Tixie's number, but I probably got 18 to 20 in.
You know what? The thing of it is, I didn't wreck a whole lot of them. They just lasted a long time.
I'm sure with you. Now, these ones that are pulling in here, again, we call them box cars. These are 64 to 66s, but the backs originally are super strong. But per these rules, they've now been able to make the fronts super strong. So, and that's two brothers together here, I believe.
Yeah, that's Greg White and the 067 Mel White in the 511. That 511, that car used to be in New York.
Greg was telling me that there's three brothers. They're all a year apart. They all run together. Two of them here tonight. So that's got to be fun.
At 84 is Andy Burrows from Washington, Pennsylvania. And the 187 is Josh Wetmore.
Nobody wants to go on the other end of the track.
Is that what they're doing, full track end to end?
Oh, my goodness.
I don't know.
No way. No
Please
way.
no.
That's bloody noses. You know, the
Losing
broken
IQ
fingers.
points.
Ugh.
Josh Wetmore and the number 187 out there next in line. This is another box car. Bo Lockwood and the number 99.
I think this is Bo's first box car.
This is Bo's first Imperial right here. We were talking about that. He said it's his first Bo part.
You know what I love about him is, like, he sent me a bunch of pictures, and I'm like, you ain't going to run that soft, right? And he's like, you know me, Decker. And it's like, come on, Bo. Come on. It's a box car.
Ryan Schuffstall, the number 47. Play some musical chairs here now.
Okay, so Ryan Schuffstall just started running a little while ago. He's only got a couple of runs in. I believe it's his first Imperial. He's friends with Bo. They came down together, and that subframer is naughty. I so wish I was running this heat. Because you got so much soft stuff just to eat.
Yeah, well, they better be careful. Some of that soft stuff might surprise them, and you know, it sure would be embarrassing to lose to one of them.
Well, and get hung in them. How often do we see guys getting hung up in them?
Absolutely, yes.
And Ben touched on it earlier, but last night for fun, Steve Siopa, Mark Burrows, but run Steve Siopa's Imperial into a bone stock Vic and broke his steering. And that could happen out here, you know, just as easily. Now, if I remember, Bo got right down to the end last year in Florida in the stock class, right? With Furster and everyone was in there. Furr was in there. Case was in there. Nick DeCastro was in there. Buchanan. It was a battle last year in the stock class. And Bo was right down there to the end.
Man, I think Diesel should have nosed out. I got to feel like that was going to hit him in the rear bumper at 40. That's just my humble opinion. What do I know?
Yeah, Wetmore got here yesterday. He'd been up for like 30 hours, and we seen him in the morning, and then I seen him at night, and I go, "Did you take a nap today?" And he's like, "No, dude, I've still been up." And I'm like, "What are you doing? Go to bed."
Yeah, I think they asked him like Wednesday if he wanted to run.
All right, ready to go for the Superstock, the penultimate event here at the 2020 Southern Nationals. Mosaic Arena here in Arcadia, Florida, ready to go. Countdown is on. 3, 2, 1, and go.
Good tire shot.
Right on the wheel.
Tornado's in trouble. Danny nicely trying to get himself out of harm's way. Travis Rayburn takes a shot on the Rayburn quarter of that T55.
Looks like the raffle car might have buried itself. Oh, front bumper come right off it.
Hit with the block now.
The raffle car got out. They got a bumper on the track down there also.
Yeah, we're going to get a stoppage here in just a minute. There's the red flag right there.
The back tires on the raffle car are just digging instantly. He's going to have to kind of chill out on it, I think.
I think they're solid rubber. There's no squish to them.
Yeah, they are solids on there. A nice tire with a bead lock with next to no air in it would be the perfect tire on this track.
Yep. Do you like those solids?
I'm not a fan of them at all.
No, right.
Not a fan of them at all.
Besides not going flat, what's the next bonus of it? That's it?
That's about it. They're heavier than hell. They don't bend. They don't go flat, but they got no traction whatsoever.
No give. Right.
You know, a rock solid track, yeah, it might be a tire for that, but the other problem is they're not soft. They're so hard, there's zero traction.
Right. Back it up. I can't believe that tornado's still going.
Yeah.
Yikes. After the wall on that one, that was the 511 of Mel White flying across there. I thought that 67 was setting up a run on the 909 against the block. around a little bit out there. Uh-oh, there goes the radiator. He got popped out around 454.
Ron's car, the 454 car, has the column shifter and the ignition still in it.
Sounds like a Ron McClung car.
I was gonna say same thing. That's a Ronnie car.
Oh! Ron's getting torn up against the wall now. He's got to get out of there if he can. Yeah, that's it. Ron's all done. We're down to 5. Maybe a few more actually beyond that. Wetmore's still out there in the 187. See the 067 of Greg White. Mel White, the 511 out there as well. That 84, 80 Burrows. Bo Lockwood, the raffle car, and Chris Roten.
Bo pretty much locked in that raffle car, made him bury himself by kind of touching him and making it hard to move. Bo pretty much got that raffle car out.
Got high on that door, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. That wall is not good for the back of that end.
Wetmore's buried in the corner. Now Greg White going after that number 52. Again, that is Chris Roten. Bouncing when he came across that shot. You can see the bumper got as high as the C-pillar. As Roten went on the number 99 of Lockwood. Back end folded right up into the back window. C-post starting to rip from the roof on that number 84 of Andy Burrows. One of those impacts in the center of the track now, releasing a bunch of steam from a popped radiator on the number 52X of Roten. We're getting refired. Stacking up that Olds 98. He's been a big shot on the right side. See how it flattened everything right out as the nose of that 511 of Mel White came knifing in on the right side of that Oldsmobile. Number 99 of Lockwood, kind of surveying the situation. You see most of the Imperials at this point all focused on the number 52. Raffle car's got to be all done. They got to shut that down right now. There we go. They get that taken care of. So it looks like the 52X run is all done. And we are now down to our final 4 at this point. Rotten trying to battle it out in the number 52X, working his way out of that corner. And quickly put right back into it by Mel White in the number 511. There's Jason Sauer sitting down at the table, fresh off of his run in the Constellation. Welcome up.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Good to see you.
This is a great heat going on right now. Is it what you expected? Is it the Imperials?
I think so. Imperials versus the world. And again, we see the number 067, Greg White. Again, still focused on that number 52X, trying to get him out. Number 84 of Andy Burrows. Good shot on that right front corner. Bumper cleared the other. Number 511 of Mel White. Grabbed the hole in the nose of that 52X and shoved that Oldsmobile all the way to the corner.
Whoa, black smoke coming out of 52X.
Trying to get that refired.
Yeah, that's not good.
Headlight buckets were open right up. The hood starting to pop open on that. 511 of White now trying to refire. Surveys things, content with what he sees in the corner. Turns his attention back to that number 84, the 067 of Greg White. Also keeping a careful eye on Andy Burrows from Washington, Pennsylvania. Nose starting to yaw up real bad on that 84 as you see the back continuing to collapse in. Red flag is out. They're probably going to tell all these drivers that there's 4 cars out there to hit. You might want to pick all of them instead of just focusing on the 84. How was your run in the Consti?
I had a wonderful time. I told myself, don't do anything you do in this world, don't get stuck. So I'm disappointed in myself as a driver, but as a Derby person and a Derby fan, I got to drive my car twice in one day. It started, it drove in without problem. It's a beautiful thing.
Right.
I must have lost weight since last year when I drove the car because I had to tie another knot in it to make it a little tighter. I knew
in the
that,
seatbelt you're saying?
Yeah, the seatbelt. I was nervous out there because these are some big cars. And after what Pete Hansen did to me and Casey Smith and everybody out there in Stoneboro, I get a little gun shy out there when you, but that goes away pretty quickly after the first hit.
Sure.
Then it's game on. And then I'm wheel hunting. As I'm told. But all I really want to do is just stand on the gas and just hear it scream. So that's not what we were supposed to do here in Florida, FYI.
All right. So we got a quick red flag for a little bit of officials' opportunity to coach the drivers on track. But meanwhile, I've watched this over here off to the corner, and it would have appeared earlier that Danny Nicely was having some issues inside the cockpit of the white number 909. He ended up getting backed into by the number 511 of Mel White earlier, and his reaction didn't look good. So here we are right now. There's a look at the officials now tending to.
Yeah, that's not a good look there with the board. But that's for safety. You want to be safe here in Demolition Derby. I can only speculate from up here. The driving style was pretty intense. From that car, it was nose out the whole time.
Yep.
And you got to appreciate that some of these cars that came in here against these Imperials, but having no fear. 187 Wetmore. That little car did pretty good. Got him stuck in the corner. But
I'm not sure if that's an even comparison when you match Diesel's number 187 to the Autism Life 909.
Oh, I was talking about how they're
fearless?
Fearless, yes.
It's a lot easier to be fearless in the 187 than it is in the 909.
Well, maybe it's my naivety about the end result, but I still push the gas to go as fast as it'll go, But it's more dangerous when you don't have a cage and spindles and fun stuff. I do feel more comfortable in a car now that I'm in a big giant car.
Yeah.
I used to run that car for years and years against these cars.
Right.
but they would knock me out pretty quickly. Short work. But that's the first time I got to sit up here with you with some headphones on.
I know, right? It's a lot of fun.
What? Do you announce like at the racetrack too? Like,
What do you mean?
Like, do you call dirt track?
I have before.
Yeah. Now, in your neighborhood, is it dirt or is it asphalt?
At home, it's dirt. We have asphalt tracks that I've worked at twice in Oswego. It's a nationally recognized track, but I haven't ever made a habit of going there. It's mostly just half mile and half-mile dirt ovals.
Yeah?
Yep. Oh, and Watkins Glen. Watkins Glen's 45 minutes from my house. I've covered IRL races and NASCAR events there before, but IndyCar series, stuff like that. But never for announcing. It was always for the newspaper.
Oh, yeah?
Yep. My favorite driver was Richard Petty. And I always have something to say about everything, right? And that year, Marcus Ambrose was driving for him, and he ended up winning the race. And they typically bring the car owners in, and the year prior, Richard Petty wasn't there, but this was the second year in a row that Marcus Ambrose had won. So Richard Petty must have had a hunch that they were going to do okay, and he was on the grounds for whatever reason. So they brought the winning car owner in, and they brought him up for an interview. And I generally don't have any questions. The AP and all the main media outlets usually dominate it, so I just kind of wait, get the quotes, and we're done with it. After everything was over with, Richard Petty came down off of the interview stand. And if I look to my left, Richard Petty was as close to me as Tixie is right now. I didn't have nothing to say. I'm eye level with a belt the size of a dinner plate, and he's got the glasses and the big hat and the Petty blue shirt, and I had nothing. But it was still really cool.
Yeah. I got a buddy who's got a stick and poke tattoo that says Richard Petty.
Yeah.
With this saying, what is it? Goddamn Richard Petty, or what's the saying?
There's
a Richard Petty saying.
I don't know.
No?
I didn't know that there was a pro or con in terms of Richard Petty sayings.
I think it says goddamn Richard Petty, and it's a picture of Richard Petty.
Very well could be.
And so when you tell the story, it reminds me of many things that are positive in Richard Petty. Good for him. Right? Do you wish you could ask the question?
I had absolutely nothing. I mean, it's one of those things like, if I ever had the chance, I would blah, 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 blah. And I had the chance, and I just climbed right up. I had nothing. I had
that starstruck shock,
It was. I don't generally have that happen much, man. But man, there he was.
Well, this is not.
This is not looking good here.
There's an official at this point. Just to get everybody a heads up what's going on. There's an official in the back of the car. They have as a precaution help secure the gentleman that's inside the car, and they've called a fire truck in, and with the manner of which the gentlemen are working around the car, it looks like they might be getting prepared to cut the roof off.
They're putting helmets on.
What? No, you keep talking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
As we see the event here, the EMS and the firefighters are they're putting on helmets. We really hope this is all for safety and precaution.
They fired up the demo saw. They are cutting that roof off of that car. They're cutting something to get out. It's we can see the angle of it right here. So they're covering them up, and it's they're doing everything precautionary to keep everything safe.
Just real quick, if you guys can hear me up there, he just took a bad shot nose to nose. He just took a bad shot nose to nose, and it looked like he pinched. He's got just a pinch in the top of his neck. But they're cutting the car. They want to get him out of there just because it's a neck injury. He should be fine. His family's here. They're a little upset, but he should be okay. Just a pinched neck, and you know how that goes. They got to take care of it. So I just wanted to give a follow-up.
Well, the cars are shifting and moving on the track. I'm not sure what they're doing with the
What they're doing right now is they're getting everything opened up, probably so they can bring an ambulance in.
That, yes. So I'm going to load the car on the trailer and head on back to Pittsburgh tomorrow. That's going to be...
park it in the front yard and show everybody what victory looks like.
No, they already know I lost. the neighborhood already told one another. They're like, no victory party. You can watch the Super Bowl as planned. Dang it.
Yeah, it's a little rough. Our goal is to be home in time to catch the game.
Really? Oh, you're
Yes.
flying now.
Yeah. Yes, we are.
Oh, well, that's nice.
Yes.
I am taking.
Don't bring derby cars places. Then you can fly.
You know what? I can't do that. It's like my best friend. That and my chainsaw. I sleep with my chainsaw.
And the car that you've gotten to drive.
Yeah.
So many times, right?
Well, that one's done. The sticker car that we took to Florida, the one that we made a big splash with, is going to come on up. We're going to run the hardcore show with my man, Mr. Frankie Guy. I had a nice long talk. Maybe you guys. So, my buddies are like, you are out there hanging with you guys, you know, the cool kids, different places, Utah, Vegas, living the life, says my wife. All right. Well, I think the home team wants us to do a victory lap around the neighborhood with the car that we brought from Miami. And I thought, that's a really cool request. Let's run. I've never run a point series ever. So this is, I think I'm allowed 1 year of like real Demolition Derby, and this is my year. I love you, wife. Real quick.
Right.
I got like 5 derbies on deck for me driving in, participating. I really wanted to win so that way I had something to gloat about, but damn it. Other than that, I'm excited. We're going to run a Diplomat. We're going to run the Chevrolet that we got. We got a Roundback. If I can tell you this story?
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
This guy already knows it, but what is I want to make a permanent art piece that is a Demolition Derby car that we can take to parades, take to art events, take to events like this and have the kids' coloring table. But we're going to make it and do it real big like we did in Miami, and real big. We're talking like the roof is going to be able to hold plenty of people.
Right.
All right. We're going to build the cage in an artsy fashion. My uncle works at a tube making plant that makes pipe for gas.
Right.
So my cage is made out of this stuff. So we're making a nice piece of art, and I'm hoping that I can spread the word of Demolition Derby with this permanent piece. So we're going to run the car one time, let it get its wrinkles, and then however it ends up is what it looks like for the rest of the time. So I'm spending the money. I'm getting a Roundback so I can enjoy a Roundback forever.
Right.
And I get to drive it in parades. But we're going to have the stickers on it, and this is what I like and find so unique. You know how I like to engage with the kids with the coloring table with the Derby car. Well, now the coloring book's going to have that Roundback and come with a sticker pack, so the kids can sticker their own car in case they just don't want to color on it. They can sticker it. I'm just trying to make new friends and new fans, and this is something that's I enjoy. So the goal is in April we take it to Houston, and it's called the Art Car Parade. And I've been telling them I've been coming them for 10 years, but I haven't made it yet, just because I don't feel mechanically inclined enough to drive a car for 45 minutes in a parade and for have it not break down. That's not me. But my friends can make that happen. So my goal is we're going to introduce Demolition Derby to 300,000 people in Houston next April as my next big thing to try to promote Derby at a weird and different level. That's my story.
So let's take a look at the raffle car with that camera. Zoom in on the raffle car where it's a little bit stuck. 13. Number 13, please. Yeah, just get that down there. So what are the odds you're going to be able to get your hands on that guy and use that as one of your art pieces?
What's that?
This one. This
car
one right here. This one that everybody at home's looking at.
Oh. Geez. Would Steve let me make that an art piece?
I think he would, right?
Steve and I have dreams.
You guys are really good friends, and a really good friend would let you make that an art piece.
Well, we have a dream that we want to have a 3-man demolition derby at the Museum of Modern Art. Steve and I, because we feel like people would, the bourgeois would love our demolition derby efforts. So Steve and I just want to, spin mud all over their dinner napkins. All right. So as a dude, he's sympathetic to my dreams.
Yeah, but if you do that, you're gonna have to wear a suit coat.
As you're wearing right now.
Right. Thank you. Thank you. I really wanted this to be my character. I wanted to be Professor Derby, and I messed it all up. I'm so upset that I did not get to introduce this character other than.
How would you do a derby at Most Wanted Fine Art? How would you do that?
Well, we could have one probably in the city. I could probably block off, have a street party, and we just go ahead and throw down in the street. I feel pretty confident we can call that a festival.
Yeah.
We introduced Steven's 700 horsepower Baldwin in our last art car festival. It was a hit. Right. The neighborhood loves it. They think it's nuts and crazy, and they have such a good time. So Steve and Todd, they participate in all my community events. They come to them and bring the car. So, they had Burroughs bring it out, and Steve parked it amongst all the other cars that we have spray painted, and we painted a Lincoln Town car with Abe Lincoln's face on it, and then wrote 16 on it. And this is the only reason I remember. I had no idea that Abe Lincoln was our 16th president. So I would have thought third. I don't know. I must not have paid attention that week in school. All right, I was thinking Washington, Jefferson, Lincoln.
Right.
And I guess I missed a few.
Fantastic.
Well, I just learned something. My grandfather always said, a wasted day is a day you don't learn anything. So today's not wasted. I just learned that Abe Lincoln was actually a president. I don't know.
Not just a top hat wearing fella.
Is that how you get on money?
Yeah.
Wear top hats?
Oh, yeah. Scrooge McDuck did it. I have an 8-year-old.
I understand. You're teaching your 8-year-old well.
He's teaching me. He's collecting money. We look up all sorts of stuff. There's a round of applause that just happened from down.
Yep,
they've got him.
They got him removed and secured on the board, going to the ambulance. He's out safely, guys.
We hear some revelry cheers coming on. What? All right, he's got thumbs up. 2 thumbs up.
Yep.
We get the thumbs up.
That's awesome.
Man, stuff like that just fills my heart. Just fills it.
Jason, let's talk a little bit about your art. What's your webpage link that you can go on to and see all of your good, cool, crazy stuff?
Thank you. It's go to my Instagram at Most Wanted Fine Art. I also run the Cash on the Hood Instagram and the Iron City Promotions Instagram. That's where I've been participating. I try to stay away from Facebook as much as I can. But my favorite thing to do is make videos. So Most Wanted Fine Art at YouTube. So youtube.com/Most Wanted Fine Art. If you guys could send me a subscribe or follow. Gerardo and I are doing our best to make cool new videos. You can catch our latest video from Las Vegas. I make Derby Nerd videos. You've seen them. Oh, you showed one.
I did.
You're very kind.
I did.
You showed the rap video. That was the nasty one.
Did I show the wrong one?
No, you showed the right one.
Right?
Yes, you did. You did. It ends perfectly. So anyone who hasn't seen that video yet, when we talk about my efforts in Miami, and I give these guys a wink and a nod.
It, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I follow all that stuff. It's funny, Jay, I'm kind of I'm a dork. I don't understand technology and stuff like that, So Jason, he's got to walk me through stuff. Say, hey, Tix, you got to take a look at this one here and do it, So, no, it's awesome. I love watching it. My son, he even gets involved, and he thinks it's super cool that, because he thinks YouTube is cooler than hell. And it's like, yeah, Dad's buddy's got stuff on YouTube. So he puts Jason, on a way cool level, and his dad
Thanks,
just sucks.
Oh, no way. I was influenced by skateboard videos growing up. I just love skateboard videos. So that was always the dream. You could get your part where you linked up 3 or 4 little tricks in a row. So I try to do it for you derby guys too. I try to make sure I have enough footage to give you guys a part. Now I haven't been able to give you guys your own part yet, and that's my bad. Skinny's already had 2 parts. So if you guys are counting,
of course, Skinny gets everything first.
Yeah, so if you're keeping score, but we do have a drinking game with the newest one. This is for the adults that are listening. So the newest Vegas video we have, you have to do a shot of beer every time you see Todd. And if Todd gets in a long-winded speech of sorts, you have to drink the entire time. So in the 20-minute video, you can polish off 3 beers by just drinking to Todd cameos in our latest Las Vegas video.
And this is Todd Siopa he's talking about, folks. So if you've never had the privilege to meet Todd and listen to his stories and stuff like that, he's an interesting, unique person.
Mm-hmm. You'll see the video on my channel, but you're going to see the gentleman from Delara Towing as the header. So you'll see those 3 guys as they're talking about where they're from. They're debating in the video. They're from Indio, or they're from Coachella. So that's just something to look forward to in the video, you know?
Awesome.
I appreciate you guys letting me come up here and tell you about my little efforts.
No, we appreciate what you do because it just brings a whole different avenue to the derby world, and it's a lot of people don't get to see that. And I mean, it's just an amazing, unique talent that brings a whole different light, and that's it. It's enjoyable to see.
My goal in life was go everywhere with a derby car, just so you know. And when I was 20 years old and I was in the Army and I was laying there in my bunk and I'm like, what am I going to do? And I'm like, I want to be better than Andy Warhol, and I want to do it with a derby car. So I don't know why I thought that was so important, but I just head first into that. 44 now, so 28 years later, it's still the same dream. Same dream, but people are taking me serious now, like on the highest of levels. I'm going to put a crazy price tag on that car when we go to Miami, because that banana sold for $120,000.
Right. And then the second one.
And then the third one for $150,000. 3 bananas taped to a wall, all right? So that's conceptual art. If you're thinking that's crap, you're absolutely correct. But but here's how it goes is Basquiat's and Warhols are selling for $19 million, okay? $120,000 towards $19 million is someone's fun on Instagram. Like, these are Russian oligarchs. They are Iranian sheiks. These are people showing it up on 200-foot yachts. Mm-hmm. So 120 grand, they're just like, ha, put it with my room of motorcycles. Right?
Hey, talking about Miami and stuff like that, so we are going to have the absolute privilege in August to have Jason Sauer up at Dakota County Fair with Toast Promotions. We have got limos up there. He is going to graffiti art them. Our raffle car that we give away to our military. We always give a military car away to a veteran in the grandstands for 100% free. We just my shop donates that car and we give it away to a veteran. Jason's gonna letter that thing all up and just make it sicker than hell. So nice. I mean that's the first full week of August, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I believe it's 6th, 7th, and 8th of August. Dakota County Fair. You can come on up and you can see Jason's work right there this year. It's gonna be unbelievable. We got some really cool things that we're doing there this year, changing some things up, and Jason was more than happy and wanted to come up and be part of it, and we appreciate it.
Oh yeah. Oh, we're back.
We're back underway. Back. Extended red flag there. Best wishes to the driver of that number 909, Danny Nicely. 4 cars left running and moving in our Superstock feature. We've got the 067 Greg White, 511 of Mel White. The 84 is Andy Burrows, and Bo Lockwood in the number 99.
I feel bad for Andy Burrows. I was supposed to paint his car, and I see his number there. We just got so busy today. That's Bo Lockwood in the 99.
That's right.
That's from, you know him from Keystone Nationals fame.
Yep.
Iron City Promotions is doing Keystone Nationals this year, so I'm sure they'll bring us down again. Is that privy information? Am I allowed to say that?
I don't know.
It sounds so common knowledge. I hope
No
that
one's-
it's okay.
No one has approached us about anything.
Oh no, that Iron City Promotion is doing the Keystone National,
Oh.
right?
I
Did I screw that up too?
No, that's
Did I do
fine.
it twice?
Nope, you're good.
Well, they're doing it, and we'll probably be there. We're hoping Gerardo can fly in, so he can fly in and do these events. His visa just doesn't let him stay here any longer with his family. Right. He's got to stay another year in Mexico.
Yep.
Dude, that Burroughs car is still holding up.
I can't believe it. Nose starting to go away though. Back end, you see that's folded up, starting to stick those rails poking out the back.
I mean, so what? That's fantastic. Look at these cars. They're just so beautiful. So, Tixie, your friends, are they still building that contraption that's going to happen during this August 8th Demolition Derby?
Oh, absolutely they are. We got that thing. The Bub Nation boys are going to be getting on that thing. We'll be dropping it off down at their place, and oh yeah, that's going to be. We got a 6-door '74 Newport limo.
Wow.
And that thing is going to be sick. So Matt Elliott and Tanner Daffenson, they're going to take that. They're the head of Bub Nation, and they're going to get that thing all ready to go. So
that sounds wonderful. Are you the only limo derby in the U.S.?
I don't know of any other ones that run the big stretch limos or anything like that.
I've never heard of a designated limo derby ever.
Yeah,
I've seen a couple of them.
We got bus derbies, we got all sorts of stuff.
These limos are awesome because, we're running like 16-passenger, 30, 40-foot stretch limos and stuff, and we're putting the motors in the back right next to the rear end, and it's just a riot. The crowd absolutely loves it.
I can't wait. I've never been to Minneapolis. I've never been to that part of the world, so I'm excited to hang out with your friends.
You'll love it.
They were calling me on the phone last year during the event. They're like, we'll get you a plane ticket right this second. And I'm like, dude, I just come back from Vegas. I'm not allowed.
Yeah.
We have to plan these things in advance.
Well, that was the whole thing when we first started talking about it. Jason's like, I want to get up. I want to see your area. I heard it's beautiful. And the nice thing is up there too is we're very in the Twin Cities we've got a lot of arts and theaters and all kinds of stuff like that. So
that's a good push by Burroughs there. Yeah, that's what I've always heard about that city. It's beautiful. The artwork is great. Gonna get stuck. 511 stuck.
Again, Bo just helped them out.
Well, they're done helping out now.
Yeah,
Leave them there.
He's awful deep now.
It looks like me.
Lockwood
Sad.
surveying the situation right now. Sees a couple of those cars locked together. Burroughs and that 067 of Greg White continuing to do battle.
All right, what's he gonna do? Oh, it's a love tap. Oh, the officials aren't feeling that tap.
No.
Mr. Nick King has emphatically said, move it.
All the pit bulls on them.
Oh, Mr. 305. He had a great part. He had my very first walking part. Like, I watch a lot of, I don't watch it, but Law and Order is on all the time in my house. And they have these walking shots where you move the dialogue along. So I had Mr. Nick King do a walking shot where he describes teamwork. What's he gonna do here? Is he gonna knock him apart? Is he gonna do this?
No, he ain't gonna. Bo's got no steering. He lost his steering.
Oh.
Bo's counting on making the last hit right there.
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely.
That's why he keeps backing up and then stopping and waiting to see if anybody's on the clock.
He's a smart driver. He knows how to play the end.
Good for him.
Hey, Billy Monroe's watching.
Tighten it up.
Heads up driving right there. Bo's trying to end it. Waiting for them to dig a hole. They get too frantic and dig themselves a hole. And that might be it right there.
That is it right there.
That was incredible. Well, who gets second then?
I was going to say, that's a tough one between second and
a
third.
toss-up. I don't know how they're going to call it because those guys were locked together for a while and they kept pushing each other back and forth.
Crowd doesn't agree.
No.
Crowd, they have they have strong opinions down there. That's why we love you, Derby fans.
It's quite clear.
Oh, what a good time this has been. Other than the getting stuck part, what fun. This venue is great for a derby.
Yeah, big time.
It is loud coming off all these metal bleachers.
You know what's amazing? This facility, if you guys have noticed how this facility clears out the air so good, the open bottom of the building and the open roof on the top, it just like funnels that dirty air right out through the top there, and it just keeps it clear. Those compacts, that one compact was blowing white smoke out the exhaust gone instantly. This is an amazing, amazing facility.
And it's full of big-ass fans like Planet Fitness. That's what they're called, big-ass fans.
Yes.
You know that, right? Or
Yes,
no?
I know what you're talking about. The air circulators is what he's talking about, not the people sitting in the. You can see him in that shot right there across the arena, over above that Harley Davidson sign. One of the many that are adorned throughout this arena. So yes, that's that's what we were talking about. Josh Decker's down there trackside with Bo Lockwood. We're gonna send it down to Josh.
All right. So Decker down here. I'm down with Bo Lockwood. Bo, your first Imperial, right?
First Imperial.
What'd you feel about it?
Oh, these are hard cars.
Yeah.
These are nasty cars. I didn't get a chance to look at it, but
Straight.
awesome. Red line engines. I mean, come on, this thing's steaming, but she's still rocking. She didn't even lose power at all. Smith Metal Works, unbelievable.
Really great driving. When those two were hung here, you were playing the time game.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
And you were and Nick's yelling at you to hurry up, but no, because you're letting them waste that time.
Well, you know, we traveled over 1,000 miles to get here, and I'm sorry, I'm not going to lose it because of being stupid. You know, you just take your time, you make it work, you make it happen, and as long as you're patient, it's going to come to you. It usually does. Andrea and Jillian and Nathan, they're back home watching, and this is pretty exciting. I can't wait to call them and talk to them. This is going to be awesome.
I'll tell you, when it got here, it was anything could have happened when it was the four of you.
Absolutely.
But then when you got pushing here, I was watching you push. You had it. As soon as you get him in this pile, I mean, it was just a great ending, man.
Well, the problem was I knew if I hit him too hard, I was going to cut him loose. But I also didn't want to look like that guy, you know. So when they pushed themselves down through there, I thought, this is my opportunity. I'm going to get behind him, and I'm just going to take him as far as they'll let me take him. So
Okay, now, the other night you told me that you don't want to take this home, that I could have bought it from you the other night. Should have, right? I should have bought it from you.
Should have bought it. That was your ticket right there.
Oh, I'm so upset.
Your ticket, for sure. But
So now you're going to take it home, and you're going to run it a whole bunch more times.
I'm still going to sell it. Somebody else can run it. Yeah.
Will you ever build another imp?
Probably not, man.
No, I have both. Oh. All right, well, hey, dude, congratulations. We love seeing you.
Awesome.
Everyone's rooting for you. Guys, back up to you.
Thanks, Josh.
Nice.
That car's for sale.
Yeah, anybody want to buy it? And he was dead serious at the bar the other night. He goes, I don't even think I want to run it. He goes, I'm going to sell this thing. And Josh is over there. Decker's just Googling.
Drooling, right?
Oh, yeah.
Right.
There you go.
Well, that's a
gotta
good
go buy that.
win right there, Bo. Good for Smith Metal Works.
Oh, it got Steve's jumping in for the photo op. Or is that Mark?
I think that's Mark.
That's Mark. Skinny Mark anymore. They've been teasing him, calling him Fat Mark for so damn long. The guy looks skinny. So mean. Just because.
I got somebody questioned me about, it looks like the Imperials were built differently than the other cars that were extremely stock. And yeah, yes, they got bumpers on them. Yes, they got, gas tank protectors and window bars and stuff like that. But really, they weren't able to do a whole lot to these cars. Like Ron's car, bone stock Ford, is that a level, even playing field? Well, to the rules, yes, they were built to the rules. So, it's kind of tough. But you got to remember, if those Imperials can't take care of a couple of things, they're not indestructible. So.
It's incredible. It proved again that they are the best.
It's starting to look like maybe Whitmore got the Mad Dog Award.
Yeah? Dude, he got hit in the door, and he gestured to the driver that hit him in the door as if they were going to get out of the car and settle it. I was like, oh, that was a very. He said his piece.
Yep. Yeah.
I was like,
and wisely, that other driver stayed put.
Yeah. Well, I think it was the 511 or the other 1067, the one that got second. It was either one of the. It was one of those red and black Imperials.
511 was the one that was whacking the doors pretty hard. The big difference between cars, you take the welded class here in comparison to the street stock class here. These cars can't take a driver's door shot. They don't have all that extra protected cage and all that stuff. Right. So, you got to be cautious of that. You got to watch those driver's doors. Never is a driver's door shot good, but, with a lighter car, you just have to be cautious of it a little bit more.
Yeah.
The unfortunate thing is some people do drive into them and protect themselves with their driver's door. And, I guess if you're doing that, you deserve to get whacked.
I would never. I'm already scared. I wouldn't try to put my body in front of a bumper. I feel the quality of build can handle whatever you brought. I don't want to get hit in the door.
Look at the rear end of
right?
Rod's car. God, it just got destroyed against that wall. Look at that corner of that thing. Wow. It just drove it in and swayed everything.
That's rough.
If there's a Netflix series, it needs to be about that man.
Yes.
That man is truly
absolutely
a beautiful, beautiful person, and the way he does it is so uniquely in the birth of Demolition Derby. Just show up with it, kick it out, enough to get it running, and then go party.
And
Tangle,
their group, they have a tent community back here. They got 3 or 4 tents. They are camping here on the grounds. They're building these cars on the grounds. And they're always, he's always smiling. He's always just happy.
Right? I'm just lucky that he picks me out to paint his cars, and we've been doing it for years now.
Yeah, it's so cool.
He's such, and my son has got to meet him, and I once painted one of his cars to look like those Matchbox cars that he used to give away at all the Power Wheels. I'm talking about Ron McClung being such a special person.
Love the guy. He's heart, man.
Just
true Derby.
Right? True Derby.
Yeah. Can I just fill in? I want to fill in on the gentleman there that got hurt.
Please do.
When they got off the track, I just want to fill in a bunch of things. He took a shot, which really wasn't a shot. I was actually looking at him. It was very light, but they're thinking that his gut hit off the steering wheel, but it ended up hurting his lower back. So at first he waved Frankie off. Frankie checked on him, and he's like, but must have been as it sat there, he started to build pain. So as soon as they got him off the track, he said, I want to get out. So he got up, and he's walking out there. He did not go to the emergency room or anything. He's out there walking. He's with his family. He's got these beautiful little daughters, and they were crying. I was broken up down there because they're screaming like, how's my dad, and it's like, oh boy, this is a tough one here because these little girls are crying. Your dad's okay, your dad's all right, but that one got me there a little bit because it's like, I hate seeing kids upset or hurt or whatever because, like, man, I'd like to take that away from him, you know.
Yeah, you want to, take that pain on yourself.
Absolutely, you know.
I'll tell you what, I took years ago, Jeremy Litcher and I were battling it down at Balsam Lake, Wisconsin, and I took a steering wheel to the chest. I don't wear a seatbelt. And I took
Old school.
I took a steering wheel to the chest and I fractured my sternum, and I felt fine, and then we finished the Derby, and all of a sudden when the adrenaline, started subsiding, the pain just started, I just keeled over. It was miserable, one of the most miserable injuries I've ever had in my life. But it's like, you think you're okay, and then all of a sudden the adrenaline starts settling, and next thing you know, you figure out how broken you really are.
And his kids were getting worried because they were cutting the roof off, which is scary as a kid to watch your dad and they're doing all these things. But they were just being super over the top. And he was actually saying, like, towards the end, like, let me just try to. No. Everyone's just like, chill. We'll pull you out of here. So, and I ain't seeing dudes in pain, man. When you see a grown man in true pain, it's like, oh, man, I'm feeling this dude, I felt bad for him. He's got to go to work on Monday.
Yeah.
Derby ain't worth getting hurt.
No, that's it. So a big, huge thanks to the first responders. It's like we go to these derbies all across the country, and that is the first line of safety right there, is making sure you got your premium first responders there to assist in those situations like that. So huge thanks to everybody in that situation.
Mm-hmm. So I was down there trackside, but it came down to the birds. Bo took it easy the whole time. And that's how Bo drives. You're going to have to go get him. You're going to have to go chase him down and beat him, And you can't just let him hang out till the end. But to be honest, that final finish there, he knew he had it. When they started moving, it's like, don't stop, get him. Because at the end of wherever you're going to end up, they're going to get jammed in, tight in, and it just worked perfect for him.
Yeah, it did. Yes, it did.
And Bo's a driver, I heard a little booze in the stands,
Oh, yeah?
That guy can drive, and again, you're going to have to go after him.
And Bo, he's a round back driver, correct?
Yes, loves him.
He's likes his wagons.
Dude, I loved him. I'm like, he's like, oh yeah, it was so hard. You gonna build another one? No.
Yeah. No. Did you want to think about that, or is that the final answer?
Right.
Oh,
he was already like, I'm done.
I know, and that thing didn't even bend a rail. You're just puckered up nice. And it's like, nah, I'm done with these Deckard.
What broke on the steering up front? Did you see that?
Did not.
No.
But over here earlier, Skinny and I watched him take just a little poke tire shot by the number 67, and the driver's side, I think, was hanging up or something bent over there. But I don't know. He did a good job of wheeling that.
That was a fun heat to watch, as it is every year.
Yeah, I just love birds, man. It was fun to watch them. I enjoy watching them. All three boxcars are still straight. Subframer's definitely straight.
Yeah.
That subframer's ticks. So far, did you see how deep it was in there? He actually took the top rail, bent it over, and he's hung on the K-member puck. The rubber K-member puck, who's hung on it.
Boy, that guy in that other skid loader there should be gentle with those forks. He'd cram those up in that fender and get the block of the motor or something. That'd be bad.
Right. Right. Yeah, they're lifting cars by roofs too,
Really good group of operators here, though, this year. I know I was just bagging on it a little bit there, but you hate to see anything happen to somebody's investment. But these guys are actually pretty fast. They're getting the track cleared out, and Iron City Promotions did real good getting just the proper amount of equipment here to make this happen in a timely manner.
These guys helped me out with my car there in Miami. This is Major Site Development. We built the car in one night at their shop. And he was so pumped to be a part of it. He also knew that he was going to be doing this. So the owner of the company is in the one big piece of equipment down there. And they were nothing but special and very giving of all their tools and time. And they just let us do whatever we had to do. So JC Molly's led the crew. And we just built that car in a night. Enough where we could get it, do its thing. So hats off to Major Site Development here in Florida.
Yeah, that's
pretty
cool. Yeah, that is very cool. So we're on the feature next. Going to be interesting here.
Hey, I want to throw a big shout out here to a good buddy of mine up home that's kind of doing some different stuff for us. Been wearing his ball cap all week in Housing Hub. You know, Tom and Joe up there in Minnesota, I appreciate everything you guys do, and it's awesome. Thanks for all the support and help.
Thanks. Well, while we're giving them out, I'm going to shout out Randy, Jake, right there in Stoneboro, Brazel's Chop Shop, Diplomat for life, bro.
Real quick, while we're getting these last few cars, let's talk about who's actually going to be in this feature. Let's just touch back on it a little bit here. Team AFM won that first heat there against Sauer. That was Argo, Angie and Russell Argo, which was pretty cool. She kicked some butt. That was cool.
Yeah, Sauer got beat by a girl.
Oh, that's mean, Tix.
I purposely drove away from her on the first hit.
And she made you pay, you know.
I got stuck on her like I do with girls.
The second team that made it in there was Team Derby Sharks. That was Tony Godwin and Daryl Muldoon, and they have a really good chance. They had no damage coming out of that heat, so good chance there. Heat number 3, the youngsters. This is when Kentucky went against Kentucky. The youngsters pull it out. Caleb Roy and Barry Passmore Jr. going to move on from there. Gage Sumner, Jason Brodzinski, they're on. They got some tough stuff, but again, as some people have talked earlier today, they're heavy things also,
yes,
which could end up hurting them in the long run.
Right.
But they're stuffing them. Let's see, the next team, the Massachusetts team, Massachusetts, that's Chris Woodworth and Jared Skillings. Now, Jared was bent big time in the front from that blast he put on Jeff.
Yes.
But Chris looked good, and they'll be out here, and they're just going to stand on it. I know those guys. Toast Promotions. Vince
Yay.
Olivius and PJ Snart. Now, PJ's motor is just exciting to listen to. I mean, he said 800?
Yeah, it's
800 horse.
That's awesome.
I saw that slider blow up. Were you down on the track when the slider blew up?
No, I was up here when it blew up.
Oh, man, it made this noise like, I mean, you blew something up.
Just dirty.
They had that car fixed in 15 minutes. They had it up on wheels. They drove it off the wheels. Like,
Yeah.
Really?
2 wheels were stacked as their jack stands. Just put it in gear, drove it right off. They're ready to party. I'm just like, man.
Yeah, I'm not that good.
Wow.
Let's see. Postal Mopar, that was Jeremy Heinen and Kane Johnson. Again, another team that looked really good. They were clean. And Chad Fletcher, he was in the Consi. He didn't make it through. Let's see here. Who ended up winning the Consi? Oh, they took a whole bunch of teams.
Yep, they took 3 teams out of there.
Okay.
I thought they were taking 4.
I'm not sure.
I know that Joey Pernice looked upset at the end.
Yeah, Joey didn't make it through.
I love Joe.
I'm assuming he was 4.
He's had some bad luck in team derbies, but he's a good kid.
He's a good driver. He's awesome.
So patient. It's almost like he's been learning from Mark and Steve forever, you know, because his patience is just off the hook.
And he's around Burroughs and Corletto. The young man was brought up right if Derby is going to be his thing.
What's Corletto been doing?
I think he works on cars outside the shop.
Yeah, Lord Leto.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Go. Go.
I love that guy.
Me too.
What I wish he would do is learn to do some welding for Burning Man. Burning Man's a festival in the desert, and they build extravagant mutant vehicles. And I know that Corletto would be great at this. These mutant vehicles blow fire. There was a mutant vehicle kind of there at Vegas. If you went down to the where the shipping container mall was, did you walk?
Oh, we didn't go down to it, no.
All right, so if you go past where the roof is, if you go past there's a whole nother town if you just walk like 3 more blocks. And down there is there's a mutant. It's an insect and it blows fire, but it's on like a crew cab Ford, and that's why I always wish for Corletto. I wish that he could build those cool things.
Oh yeah, it's when they do that unique stuff like that, it's just a ton of fun to see it. You know, it's they got such talents in that.
I once took a derby car to a life-size mousetrap, where they built these contraptions like trebuchets, where like the kinetic energy flows into the next energy, like mousetrap, and then the thing falls. But what it was a 2-ton safe. I don't know, 20-some feet in the air, and my car was the landing pad. So I'd spray painted up a car to look like a New York City taxi, and they dropped a 2-ton safe on the car 10 times over the course of a weekend. And it was totally fun. I enjoyed it. The car crushed in a way I never thought. The doors stayed vertical. The entire roof and seats and everything were completely flat.
That's cool.
But the windows and the doors just stayed standing. It just got crushed such in a perfect manner. I don't know. That's just some stuff. I love smashing cars. Here's a dream. Maybe someone can help me out with this. It almost happened, but it didn't happen. So I found these guys called pumpkin chuckers.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
I want to fill the pumpkin with frozen paint. And I want to put a minivan, whatever, 300 yards away.
Great idea.
And I want, because they have, again, the trebuchet ones or they have the pneumatic ones, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so I'm talking to you guys. You guys already know this, right?
I know what you're talking about, yeah.
Yeah.
It would be great. Blast them with it, and that would be the art.
I want to see a minivan get destroyed by a frozen pumpkin from 300 yards away. Doesn't that sound like fun?
Yes,
That sounds like something Tix would do just on a Saturday.
Yes, it does.
It's like, let's wreck something. I'm in.
If I could jump on one quick thing. So it looks like Hardcore, Frankie Guy, the whole Hardcore group, they gave away a Mad Dog in that Imp class, and an Imp did not win it. It was Andy Burrows won it. That was in that 84. It was, I guess they gave him second, but they gave him Mad Dog in that one. The Hardcore guys gave him Mad Dog in that, so that was pretty cool.
Wow.
That's awesome. That's Hardcore Promotions. They do a lot of stuff. They're New York, PA, that area up there. Never had the privilege to go over and run any of their shows, but I tell you what, getting to know Frankie here a little bit through some of the different shows that we've done together and stuff like that, I just love his attitude and his personality. That just the light that he brings to the Derby world also is just really cool. His
whole group is really awesome, and they're really pushing. They're a little bit north of that Pittsburgh area, but they're kind of like in that whole PA,
it's the western,
southwestern, western,
the southwestern, yep.
And they're growing stuff big down there. I mean, people are really following them. And Frankie come up to our San Filippo Derby, and we've been talking a lot about promoters working together. Like, you become the best in your area, but then the best of each area can do stuff together to make even bigger and better derbies. And we got some things planned, but maybe what was the problem with Derby and why we weren't growing is we were all only worried about ourselves in our own specific situation. But as we start to grow a little bit, it's like, oh, wait, I want to be part of that, and then it helps me be part of this. And that's why we're seeing such a fast escalation lately, right?
Yeah, well, absolutely. And, that's the whole thing with it is I want to say that some of the personal pride has been set aside, and now we're kind of, we're sharing our pride.
Correct.
And I think it's the right way and the right thing to do.
That's right. I agree.
Yeah.
Goddamn, go team, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Totally.
And and the other thing too is, that we sit there and we talk about, it's like, okay, these people that are supporting us, different Derby part vendors, whoever, the people that are supporting us, make sure that our Derby community supports those people. If you see somebody's name on the side of a car and they're sponsoring a car and you're driving past their parts store or their restaurant or their bar, hey, stop in and support them. Thank them for it, I mean, because, that's the things that'll help our sport grow and be better, So it's, we set our pride aside and we work all together as a promising group, and, major excavating or site development, it's like, God, they brought all this equipment out here and they've got everything going on, and you just look around the facility as to what's helping us put this stuff on, because it's not all out of one pocket.
It is not. It is not.
No.
And when you try to, it's not there. It's not all there. You need other people. You need, I guess we say this stuff all the time, but it's true, because we see it firsthand.
Yeah.
When people work together, you get better stuff.
So talking about that too, I want to throw a shout out at somebody who's stepping up to the table and helping us up in the upper Midwest, but it's nationwide. QualityFreightRate.com. go on and check these guys out. All these companies that are shipping parts across the country, motors, parts, anything you need, go on to qualityfreightrate.com, and there's a promo code that you can use so that we can document all this stuff, because the more we do with them, the more they give to us. And it's Track Strong will be the promo code, Track Strong at qualityfreightrate.com. It's like these are people that are stepping up and they want to kind of do cool things with us across the country,
So if someone puts that promo in and gets something shipped, there's a discount.
Yeah, there's a discount.
Ready to go.
Right now, it's set up on it right now. And the thing of it is Matt Bull, he's way into motorsports, and he has watched a little bit of this on Track Shot. And he's like, hey, I like that Josh Decker. I like Ben. You guys are doing cool things.
Thank you.
And then you got Skinny. That's right.
Yeah.
No, so for real, so you look at that stuff and you help out that stuff. And but it's Track Strong is a promo code. Go on there, get a quote on it. Just see what they got. They ship parts from all these different junkyards is one of his big businesses. And so I told him, I says, well, Matt, if you're in with all these junkyards down south and stuff like that, he says, I want to be part of this. Yeah. But, Matt, I appreciate everything you do, and, it's keeping things strong and live.
So we're going into feature time here. I'm going to throw a zinger, and it's going to make some people nervous as it made me. We only have 50 minutes left on all our cards. So this has to get done in 50 minutes, or this might, if all of a sudden this blacks out, we ran out of, it's my fault. Because Bill asked me, like, what do you think the time limit on this is? I gave him a time limit. We're past it. It's my fault. But if you lose us, you're going to yell at Decker.
You know what the thing is? Just remember.
He's out of memory. He's going to be out of memory in 50 minutes.
Oh, shit.
So that we need this to go. So if it gets done, we'll do a quick contract. And we're probably just going to go chop, chop, chop. And we'll get off of here quick and drive back to New York.
So we're going to practice our see you buys. Have a good night.
Bye.
Thanks for watching.
Hey, I'm going to jump up. I'm going to let Chris in if we can just rotate.
I was going to say,
for the feature time. Yeah, I don't care.
Yep.
I'm going to hop up first.
I'll give Brian. You jump up. Give Chris. I'll give Brian. But yes, everybody at home, you guys, thank you so much for everything. We appreciate it. We enjoy it. It's we love the responses, all the emails, all the texts, Facebook, all the everything is great. So once again, thank you so much.
Hi, Diggs.
Johnny Gallo. I said I was going to get up, but, I haven't been able to sit next to you yet, so I'm going to stay here for a minute. Then I'll give Brian the headset.
Yeah.
Johnny, how you doing, sir?
It's been a long day.
It is. So Johnny and I were talking about what time this was going to get over with, and
he won.
Johnny.
Take out the medical time. Let's see.
Oh, so you're going to call out that?
I'm
my
call out the medical
God.
time.
This guy, he's not going to tell me I'm right. He just has a hard time with that.
12:15. I said it's 12:08, so maybe 1:15.
No.
Me and Bill got to be on a flight at 6:15. They board, so.
In the morning? Holy crap. Well, yeah, you got to get home for your big party.
Yeah.
So maybe what I'll do is I'll just grab a flight. I'll go to Utah and I'll party with you out there. Sorry, Billy Joe. Actually, my work would kill me. My wife would be way cool with it. She'd be like,
she'd probably meet us there.
Oh, she would too.
Grab that.
Yeah.
You can keep the phone.
So, Chris, I did happen to go over all the Heat guys coming out, but I did not get the Consi guys. I did not get the three. Because I didn't know if it was 3 or 4. We're going to have to kind of play it by ear.
I'm not 100% sure either.
Yeah. We're going to have to play it by ear.
We're going to mark them as they come in, just like always.
But,
well, you get a little tussled up when you got an injury call like that and it shuts you down. You kind of lose your whole train of thought of what's going on, so. It's tough, but did you tell everyone he was up and good to go?
Yes,
good,
he's okay. He's good. Didn't even go to the hospital.
No. He actually walked out and got his car.
He did?
Yeah.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Sir. Go relax for a few minutes. He was in some pain, man. He must have forgot how bad that pain was real fast.
That's a concussion.
Well, you don't know what the medics gave him either.
That's true.
Postal Mopar is staged already.
I'm going to get up. I'm going to give Brian the headset. You guys, appreciate everything like always.
See you in a bit.
Oh, Brian, sit down there.
Oh, you sit down. I guess you're stuck.
I guess I'm still here.
Jeremy Heinen in the number 2. That's representing Team Postal Mopar. And the number 1, that's Kane Johnson. Following them is going to be the OTF Racing Group these guys squared off against one another in heat number 7 earlier tonight. Team OTF Racing coming out, one representative on track so far. Charlie Bush is on track. Behind him, trickling in on the Team Massholes crew, Chris Woodworth, 3-time winner of the Northeast Championship in Brockton, Massachusetts, coming in. And behind him, that is Jason Brodzinski on the Team Ski Inc. outfit. Representing Team Outlaws, pulling out Gage Sumner and teammate Jason Brodzinski, both able to answer the feature belts. Car number 104 pulling out. This was the Derby Sharks. Daryl Muldoon, first one out. His teammate driving the number 8, relatively unscathed. That is Tony Godwin. And behind them, this is Toast's crew. Toast Promotion. First car out is the number 11, Star. Behind him, that is the 484 of Toast, Vince Olivius. They got past Team Old School in the opening round. And this should be the Argo family next out, Team AFM. The Old Iron Ride is Russell Argo. They're from Thomasville, Georgia. And the new style, number 15, is Angie Argo. She did an interview trackside and said that he finally picked the right teammate this year. And they are in the feature draw. Coming out next, this is the number 31, representative of the Junkyard Dogs. Crown Vic that has garnered so much attention to the course tonight. Number 31, that is Brian Bachman. Behind him, one of the raw cars, both the raw cars, able to make it back out. James Foogie Barnes, who is in the number 74. The 34 is Johnny Barnes, representing Raw Racing. They were defeated by the Outlaws in the opening round, and they made it to the feature through the Consi. Behind them, this is the number 12, Barry Passmore, the other Junkyard Dogs representative, and K-Pup, representing the youngsters, in the number K21, Caleb Roy. Still looking to see Barry Passmore Jr., see if his teammate can make it out. The second OTF Racing entry, the number 303, Tyler Goodman. Going to be able to join Charlie out there. Both of them coming through the consolation round from earlier tonight. Right on cue, that is the Lil Boss entry, the P12 from Mancy, Kentucky. Barry Passmore Jr., so that means that the youngsters come out with a complete pair. And behind them, some of the final entries that we're going to see filtering out onto the track will be Team Old School. Also making it to the main from the consolation round, that is Team Old School, the number 64, Jeremy Taylor, the number 84,